It's Gurley Power. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And a few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign at 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and it's second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Ingram. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Cooks, 96 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here. This opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We got three.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Check 50.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
from the 30 on second down. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man, it's Andrews. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Get ready.
To throw is RG3. Buying time to his left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore.
Yeah.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Griffin. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Able to power through, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 22 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A reminder that it's a short week for 6 teams, as we'll have a Thanksgiving triple header for you on EA Sports, starting with the Bears and Lions in Detroit, followed as always by the Cowboys, as this year they host the Buffalo Bills. And then another good one on Thursday night, the Saints and the Falcons from Atlanta. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. The scramble, it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made?
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 43 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Those are the types of throws that Jackson has to be more efficient with this year. He really put an emphasis on improving his passing accuracy in the offseason, because last year as a rookie, 58%, that was it. And his quarterback coach said the ball is coming out of his hand cleaner, the timing looks better. That's what they're hoping for. Everybody knows he can run, and now he continues his quest to be more well-rounded and improve on his conservative 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns he threw for last season.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will take the lead at 13-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Gone. They got him in. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff, open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. Busting free at the 10. And some room to run now. Give him 30 yards there. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Goff And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Josh Reynolds, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Being chased out left and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, he had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Goff now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40. He's at the 30. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, Parker.
And defenses have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them, shaking to get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
180. Pull it together. Check 31. Check 31.
throwing on third. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. 28-10, the final. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. 35-0 is the final score. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Brock Osweiler, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Jackson, he's going deep for Brown, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, it's Ingram. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Let's go.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw, forced out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Let's go.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like that, when you see the athleticism of a guy over 300 pounds, you forget that they can do that. They're so athletic.
Yeah, and I love how it all came together. He won the leverage battle at the line of scrimmage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped.
He's getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Mike, go. 180. Keep it up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
That's it, baby. You got work.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now he'll pull it down. He finds an opening past the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, it's Ingram, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Right there. Oh, yes, baby.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jackson, flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
48 to Mike.
Now it's gone. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And Woods has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Mike 40. And come on out here. Come get some.
From the red zone now, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Goff now looks to throw. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one. The wave swarmed it under.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A. On 1st and 10, Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline now for the PAT.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. That's a jet sweep. The football to Woods. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Tight end right. You got 3 down.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go, baby.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now of the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.